Dinidribble ng dinidribble ang mga manggagawang pangkalusugan. Marami pa rin po hanggang ngayon at nanonood sila ang hindi nakakatanggap ng HEA.
Mas marami ang nabayaran kesa sa hindi nabayaran.
Madam Chair, I'd like to correct the good secretary about that. Mahigit 4 na taon na mula pumutok ang pandemya, pero hanggang ngayon may mga hindi pa rin nabibigyan ng health emergency allowance. Was the removal of the career officials in Department of Health conducted in full compliance with Civil Service Commission rules and regulations? Yusek Vergere, senior career officials Ronquillo and Bravo were removed from Department of Health.
Nausap ko rin po ang ating mga kinauukulan tungkol dito at tinanong ko ang pasihan at sumunod na lang daw po ako sa ating mga patakaran ng batas.
Marami pa rin na mga manggagawa sa sektor ng kalusugan na hindi nakakatanggap hanggang ngayon ng kanilang HEA. And may we request po the good secretary to provide a detailed data about all of this, broken down by region, type of healthcare facility and profession. Will you commit to give us those data, Madam Chair?
Yes, Madam Chair, we will submit to the office the detailed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Now, second, sabi po sa isang balita, news article kahapon, a group of health workers have pointed out that it was the slow disbursement and bureaucratic red tape within the department that have caused unnecessary hardship and frustration among the ranks. Ano po ba ang mga requirements para maiproseso ang HEA claims, Madam Chair?
Kung ano yung sinabmit po ng at kanilang hospital director. So sinasubmit po yan sa regional office at pagkatapos sinasubmit sa ating finance. And then yung finance ang nag-allocate ng amount depending on the number of health workers for each of the hospitals.
Salamat po, Madam Chair. Kaya ako po natanong yan dahil dinidribble ng dinidribble ang mga manggagawang pangkalusugan. Marami pa rin po hanggang ngayon at nanonood sila ang hindi nakakatanggap ng HEA. At paulit ng paulit yung mga explanation na ibinibigay sa kanila. Didribble ng iba't ibang ahensya. At the end of the day, wala silang makukuha na HEA. Ngayon, Madam Chair, sino po bang responsable dito sa mga delay ng pagbibigay ng HEA at ano po yung mga specific actions na ginagawa ng ahensya para i-address itong mga issue na to?
So it's the validation. Ang karamihan ng problema na nakita namin nung inanalisa namin itong problema. So, siguro dapat masabi ko rin, Madam Chair, na mas marami ang nabayaran kesa sa hindi nabayaran. At yung sa hindi nabayaran, marami sa kanila nag-apply late sapagkat po nung una may deadline. Pagkatapos nung nabayaran na namin yung mga nag-apply, biglang sumulpot sila at sabi hindi rin sila nabayaran. So inanalyze pa ho yun kung talagang sila ay talagang nag-work at binalidate yon ng kanilang mga hospital director. So yung hospital director po nila ang nagsasubmit. Yung isa pang problema, nakakita kami ng mga areas wherein hindi nabibigay at naiiba yung pangalan. Meron naman case doon sa BARM, madaming pangalan na doble. So yung mismong Ministry of Health of BARM ang limit nung nag-audit or nag-check ng mga dapat i-release. So ang proseso po ay binibigay sa regional office at kung ano ang binigay ng director ng ospital, especially the private. Napansin namin wala kaming problema doon sa mga LGU at saka mga DOH hospitals. Mas problematic kami sa mga private hospitals na nag-submit. Yeah, that's all, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, I'd like to correct the good secretary about that. Hindi ito kusang binigay sa mga manggagawang pangkalusugan. Ito ay kinalampag ng mga manggagawang pangkalusugan dahil napakatagal na panahon na hindi ibinibigay sa kanila yung health emergency allowance. And up until now, we are talking about 4 years. 4 na taon na, mahigit 4 na taon na mula pumutok ang pandemya. Pero hanggang ngayon, may mga hindi pa rin nabibigyan ng health emergency allowance. And I will understand, tama po, marami na ang nabigyan. But I would like to point out na naibigay ito dahil kinakalampag ng mga manggagawang pangkalusugan ang iba't ibang ahensya. At wag po nating maliitin, Madam Chair, itong mga hindi pa nakakakuha ng health emergency allowance. While it is true na maraming nakatanggap na ng HEA, hanggang ngayon, Madam Chair, marami pa rin ang naghahanap ng kanilang health emergency allowance. So I am asking the good secretary, Ano po ang mga hakbangin ng Department of Health para ibigay ito at mapabilis ang pagbibigay ng HEA sa mga manggagawang pangkalusugan?
Basta po nasa listahan sila at sila ay na-validate na talagang nagtrabaho nung panahon na dapat magbigay ng health emergency allowance, bibigyan po natin sila.
Alam niyo,
According to the budget released by DBM. Every year po, nire-request yan. Even before my administration, nire-request yan ng aking predecessor every year. Pero ang budget, siyempre, ang ay nagre-release ay ang Department of Budget and Management.
kaya nga po, Madam Chair, ito po ang problema natin. Yan na naman po tayo sa mga proseso at i-dribble na naman yung mga manggagawa. Sila na nga po ang nagsasabi. They are compliant with all the processes. And yet, up until now, they are not getting the health emergency allowance. We are talking about major hospital, private hospital facilities represented by the United Private Hospital Unions of the Philippines, all over the Philippines. So will I get the commitment of the Department of Health na tulungan ang mga healthcare workers natin para mabilis na ma-release itong mga unreleased pa na mga health emergency allowance, Madam Chair?
Yes, Madam Chair, I commit to pay all those that have valid claims. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat po, Madam Chair, and we will hold you to your word, good Secretary, na tutulungan natin ang mga manggagawang pangkalusugan. Now, I'd like to proceed to the issue of governance and administration, which is very important in the delivery of services to the Filipino people. Madam Chair, do you agree that stable and competent leadership is absolutely essential for the effective delivery of health services to the Filipino people?
I agree, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Now, in a study by OECD, ito po yung sinabi nila, for ensuring a senior level public servants have the mandate, competencies, and conditions necessary to provide impartial evidence, informed advice, and speak truth to power. Would you say that the career executive service officers of DOH possess the traits that I have mentioned?
I agree, Madam Chair.
Now, what are the specific credentials that make the new officials more qualified than their predecessors, particularly in the context of the public health challenges facing the Philippines?
This is beyond my pay grade, Madam Chair. The one that appoints high officials are above my pay grade. I only recommend.
Okay po.
I would like to remind
Yes po.
Representative Fernando that
Just
should be your
last
last
question.
question. Thank you.
Ngayon po, kung nag-agree po kayo dito sa mga binanggit natin kanina, was the removal of the career officials in Department of Health conducted in full compliance with Civil Service Commission rules and regulations? I am talking about the career officials in DOH who were removed without any explanation, and their career officials, they have the right to security of tenure, and yet they were removed. What is the explanation of the good secretary?
Madam
about
Chair,
this?
the DOH did not remove any career officials. So if there is question to the action, we should ask the CES board because we did not remove any official.
Just a follow,
DOH did
very
not.
quick follow-up, Madam Chair. But you are the secretary, sir. So sinabi niyo rin, nagre-recommend kayo. So what did you do about these career officials na tinanggal na lang? So wala na lang po tayo. Kibit-balikat na lang tayo, tinanggal na sila.
Uh,
That will be your last question, Representative Fernando. Mr. Secretary, can you please answer?
Yes po.
so I'm not the appointing or the officer that actually removes officials.
Yes, I
Madam Chair.
understand that. I manifest, Madam Chair, second round of questioning. Thank you.
Thank you. The next to interpolate.
Kanina naputol po yung pag-uusap natin patungkol sa governance and administration at parehas po tayong naniniwala na kailangan ng stable and competent leadership para matiyak ang epektibong serbisyong pangkalusugan sa mamamayan natin. Tama po ba yung pagkakaisa natin kanina, Secretary?
Tama po.
Okay
Yes.
po. Second question po, bilang kalihim po, dapat alam nyo lahat ng nangyayari sa inyong kagawaran. Lalong-lalo na sa mga usaping administratibo. Tama po ba to?
Tama po yan, Madam Chair.
And now, I have to ask this because marami rin po ang gustong malaman to. Are you aware that career officials such as Yusek Vergere, senior career officials Ronquillo and Bravo were removed from Department of Health?
Natanggap ko na lang po yung paper.
natanggap nyo na lang po. Yung ano po natanggap nyo, Secretary?
The paper declaring that their appointment as undersecretary has expired.
Alam niyo po, Mr. Secretary at sa ating mga kasama dito, mga career officials po natin, may security of tenure po yan. So lahat po ay nagtataka, bakit tinanggal ba sila? Nag-expire? May ginawa ba silang mali? So nais po naming malaman from your department kung ano po ba talaga ang real score, kung bakit walang balita, walang impormasyon, career officials na tinitiyak ang kanilang security of tenure sa ating mga batas, bigla na lang po nawala sa Department of Health.
Kinausap ko rin po ang ating mga kinauukulan tungkol dito at tinanong ko ang basihan at sumunod na lang daw po ako sa ating mga patakaran ng batas.
So binabanggit niyo po, sumunod na lang po sa, ano po yung Secretary?
Patakaran po ng batas.
So may nagbanggit na lang po sa inyo na sumunod na lang sa mga patakaran ng batas. Okay po. Maraming salamat po. That's on record, Secretary. Alam niyo po kung bakit namin to tinatanong? Dahil kayo po ay humihingi ng budget sa Kongreso. At kailangan pong matiyak ng Kongreso na ang bawat sentimo na inilalagay po sa inyong kagawaran ay ginagastos ng maayos at competent leadership. In the past year po, 3 reshuffling na po. At alam ko, kanina chinek ko po 3 reshuffling na po ang nangyari. And we are not so sure if the right people are being put in place in the Department of Health. Considering many of the new officials do not have medical or public health experience or expertise. Would you care to comment with that?
Hindi po ako ang appointing authority ng
Yes
Director
po.
3.
I
to
understand, Secretary, that you are not the
Undersecretary po.
appointing authority, but you are the Secretary. You must know kung ano po ang nangyayari sa ahensya.
Pag ako po ay tinanong, nagbibigay po ako ng opinion kung qualified o hindi yung kanilang recommendee.
Sige po, pag-uusapan ng kung po pwede po, mamarapati ng ating Secretary ng pag-usapan na lang po ito later on. Okay lang po ba yun, Secretary?
Okay lang po.
Okay po. So yun lang po, Madam Chair. Maraming salamat po sa oras at maraming salamat po sa oras ng ating Department of Health.
Thank you very much, Representative San Fernando.